Now, back to how that applies to the Deaf Space Project. Been a student here at Gallaudet for many years. I've seen the deaf community has all this potential, and the deaf-blind community would be able to connect, and they could both work together towards a common goal, and not leave deaf-blind community in the dust. Gallaudet is now starting to figure out, what does deaf space mean? What about our environment identifies us as deaf? So if a visitor walked in, they would know, oh, this is for deaf people, just by the surroundings alone. But some of us are thinking, wait, hold on, what about deaf-blind people? What about us? Deaf-blind people focus on sense of smell, touch, taste, and the like, while deaf people focus solely on vision and what they can get from visual information. For me, as my vision has declined, I use more touch, contact, smell, taste, and how that applies to deaf space will be interesting to see how, based on our past experiences, we can contribute to this project. Thinking of how a vlog I recently did, a survey of questions for students concerning how the setup can be more circular, open with the lights and hallways, etc. In our video our class did, we didn't describe in depth what our class was doing, but there's another video of our presentation to the Board of Trustees, but it's only running on campus and not on the internet, so shoot. Well, that aside, I have a question. Remember when you were a student, I had visited and I hadn't yet enrolled, but I noticed some hazards on campus such as cracks and other things, and I was wondering if the deaf-blind community got together to design architecture, they could design their own campus, what would it look like? Well, many of us have discussed that, and I always take time to envision what in the future, what would my home, surroundings, where I went to college look like, and what would be deaf-blind friendly. So say if there was a deaf-blind island, everything we needed from A to Z would be available. What would it look like? In regard to a college campus, I think I can share some of our shared concerns. On Gallaudet, the terrain is very broken up and it's hard to navigate with a cane. You're constantly tripping and it gets very frustrating. Some of the curbs have an even slope, but others drop off sharply, which causes us to fall over. In buildings, the lights are dim, and while you're trying to look where you're going, you often get hit by a door. There are just numerous obstacles which make it a real struggle for deaf-blind people.